Guys, women would rather rot in a desert than to actually ask for water, right? Remember that quote. They would rather sit there and be miserable. Think about the guy every single day, all night. And then when they see the guy, they're like, I know I want it, but I can't do it. My ego is too big. I can't risk the rejection.
I was just at the gas station right now, and I see all these guys hanging out with each other, right? And this bitch is alone doing Whippets, while all these guys look at me, look, okay? Yeah, and they fucking drive a Toyota. Like 5 came out of a Toyota at the gas station. Yeah, and look at this shit, okay? And I'm like, why the fuck you bitches hanging out together? Look at me, okay? Why are you guys hanging out together? Look at me! I'm alone. You guys are together? Why?
I finally got the courage to ask my hot neighbor with the German Shepherd if he had a DF.
I like your dog.
Thanks.
I like your shoes.
Thanks.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah, what's up?
You know, like, anything happens, I'm across the hall.
I'm sure to let you know.
There's a lot that we can take from that clip. Guys, let's give her a C for effort. I mean, at least she tried. At least she mustered up the courage to shoot her shot, right? The vast majority of women will never attempt to do that, even if they're really attracted to the guy, right? He's good looking, but they'll be like, okay, well, I'm just too above approaching the guy. I'm not a pick-me, if you heard that word before. That means when a woman goes out of her way, when a woman expresses interest in a guy that she finds attractive. Before we continue, I'm excited to bring you guys today's video sponsor, Tiege Hanley. Tiege Hanley has helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process easy, effortless, and uncomplicated. It's by far the best skincare system for guys like you and me. A daily face wash to get rid of all the dirt and grime on your skin. A 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of all the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Their products have made my skin look and feel better than ever, but you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers around the world. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box any way you like, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're giving all my viewers a great deal. Click that first link in the description box and you'll get 30% off your first box and a free gift. Click that link and get started today. See, I saw the comment section of that video and there's a lot of women saying, I could never do that. I don't care how attractive the guy is. I don't care how good looking he is. I could never compliment a guy. And that's actually really sad. It's telling. It lets you know that most women just think that they're above men. If you really think about it. Women, they don't like approaching guys because they know that they don't want to feel their rejection. But women love rejecting men. They love telling a guy no, 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 and critiquing men and saying, no, I'm not interested. They love getting guys' numbers and sending them off and planning dates and ghosting them. That validation is what women crave. But when it comes to them approaching men, they're like, oh, I can't do that. Even though men, we bring so many benefits to a situation or relationship, right? See, it would be smart for women to actually start approaching men. And I'll explain why. So many women want a boyfriend. They want a guy who's going to want to be with them and everything like that. There's a really high chance that a woman will get that guy if she actually shoots her shot, right? Now, there's a chance that the guy will say, I got a girlfriend or whatever. But let's be honest. If a man approaches 100 women, right now, today, and a woman approaches 100 men, who has the better chance of getting more numbers, getting more dates, or something turning into a relationship? The woman. Matter of fact, I can bet if a woman approaches 100 guys, she'll get at least 95 numbers, right? And this is fact. But all of them won't turn into a relationship or whatever situation she wants. But at least she has some sort of chance. Most men, they shoot their shot. They approach in bunches. In the PUA community, guys are over here, over there. They're just constantly approaching, and they're not having any luck. So if women actually took the time to say, you know, let me go for what I want. Let me stop sitting back passive and not doing anything and waiting for a man to approach me. I think it's mind-boggling. It's crazy for a woman to find a guy attractive, look at the guy, and not say or do anything. And then they would get mad if that guy doesn't pick up on her choosing signal, or if that guy doesn't, approach her or speak to her. I've had women who do the same thing that woman does. Oh, I like your shoes. Oh, that's a nice jacket. And I knew that they were shooting their shot, but I'm just like, all right, come on, give me a little more. Of course, you guys have been there. They'll compliment your hat. They'll compliment any and everything at work, at the grocery store, over. They'll just say something. You're like, oh, thanks. I appreciate it. And they'll be like, yeah. That just goes to show you that women have absolutely no game. They actually lack conversation skills. Us men, we basically bring everything to the table. We have to think about it. Go up to a woman, have the courage, right? Dress nice, have the right attire on, the right shoes. Boom. Step to the woman, approach her, shoot our shot. Then the woman can say, I don't know if I like that guy. Or they'll get your number, just sometimes play games. A lot of women do that. They just love the validation. They love when guys chase them and give them approval. And then they just, throw the number away, right? Or they're so picky. This is why women should actually approach guys, right? I endorse this because if women are so picky, they have all these different check marks that they want in a man. Why not, if you see that guy, okay, if I have 10 check marks, I see he has all 10, let me shoot my shot at him, boom. As opposed to a man, we have what? Sex, silence, and sandwiches, right? We just want a girl who's somewhat attractive, most guys. Most men don't want a really attractive woman. They just want a woman that's peaceful and, consistent sex and hang out and go from there. So it would actually behoove a woman, benefit her to actually start approaching. When a man actually approaches, he shoots his shot and he's looking at the girl and she could be like, I'm not feeling it today. My stomach hurts. My head hurts. My ex-boyfriend came back in the picture. This, that. I didn't like his shoes. That hat, I didn't like his Nike hat. I didn't like his black jacket. My favorite color is red. He had on blue. All these different things. This is why it's actually better for a woman to actually approach a man. But we all know the onus is on us, man. Women are extremely lazy. They're passive aggressive. It just, something about it makes them just like, oh, well, I don't want to, face rejection. But they don't mind dishing out the rejection. That's because they know deep down how it feels to put yourself out there. A lot of women are single because they don't put themselves out there. That's why you hear a lot of women say, oh, there's no good men out there. There are good men, but those good men, they want to be attractive. So it's better to say, oh, you know what? That guy, he's an attractive dude. He looks good. Let me go say something to him. And it'll actually mean a lot to a guy because let's be honest, men rarely get complimented. When last time you got complimented from a random woman or a woman asked you a question or she approached you? Not in a bar or anything like that. Not with alcohol involved. Some of you probably never. Some of you probably once or twice in your entire life. So for women, which we all know, it will rarely, if ever, happen, right? They will never do what she did in that clip. Approach a guy. Say, hey, I think you're attractive. Hey, I like your shoes. Hey, I like your shirt. Hey, hey, can I pet your dog? That will go a long way. A lot of men will say, oh, yeah, go ahead. Listen, a good 99% of men, there's not a lot of men who are going to be like, oh, no, ew. They will look at you like, you know how women do when you approach her. Hey, how's it going? You introduce yourself and she's like, hi. And she's kind of like turned away. You're like, come on, man. I took the courage, and women don't care about rejecting you. But when the shoe's on the other foot and a man's like, oh, and his thing, he sounded like he was, a pleasant dude. Like he wasn't like, doing her really dirty. So some women do, they look at you up and down. They're like they're so much better than you because they know they don't have to approach. They know that they're deep down, they're lazy and they want the rights of first refusal. This is why a man approaching a ton of women, yeah, he can get women. There's a small percentage because the more women you approach, the more women you can get. But how many of those women are going to be quality? Think about it. Because if you're out there shooting your shot, a lot of different women, if you're approaching, let's say, 10 women this weekend, 15, 20 women this weekend, how many of those are going to be good, really good looking women or women that you actually want? Not many, right? So this is why women actually shooting their shot at guys, it's going to help them. As long as they don't want to be single anymore. Because, you know, a lot of women are lonely, they're miserable, they want a guy, they see a guy every day, right? There's women that have told me, listen, I saw you over there. I always see you all the time, but, you know, and I happened to shoot my shot because I saw her, you know, choosing up on me, looking at me. I'm like, yo, let's hang out, exchange numbers. And they finally text me, hey, I'm glad you approached me. I'm glad you said something to me because I always saw you. I thought you were cute. I thought you were handsome. And I think, like, cool. So it took you that long? It took you all that time to actually, you know, say something? And I had to, you know, step forward and say something because it wasn't for me. Things would never happen. Guys, women would rather rot in a desert than to actually ask for water, right? Remember that quote. They would rather sit there and be miserable. Think about the guy every single day, all night. And then when they see the guy, they're like, I know I want it, but I can't do it. My ego is too big. I can't risk the rejection. And the reason deep down women don't like rejection is because when women get rejected, when women say, men say, I'm not interested, it basically means one thing. She's not good looking enough. She's not attractive like that. When a man gets rejected, he's like, you know, maybe, you know, she's not into black guys. Maybe she didn't like my hat. Maybe my shoes wasn't really on point. Maybe my jacket was, you know, wasn't the right jacket. Maybe, you know, I said this, or maybe I was touching my face like this, or maybe I was grabbing my arm, or maybe I was, you know, touching my head or something like that. So there's a lot of different things a guy can do that a woman will say, he's cute, but I'm not really interested. He did that, right? Mannerisms, behaviors. When women get rejected, it's like men look at them. Oh, dude, I'm good. This is why they don't like rejection. So that clip told us a lot, and it lets you know the mindset of modern women. And when I looked at the comment section of that video, all it was is women, oh, she's a pick-me, she's desperate, I could never do that, oh, never in a million years, I don't know why she did that, I could never do that. This is why all those women right there are single, and they don't get the guys that actually want, right? They usually get guys that they're like, he's all right, but he's not my ideal guy. They end up stringing them along. They end up playing games because they just won't go for the guy that they actually really want.